off-road vehicle, so we're going to do lots of modification to it. At the moment, the only thing we've done is we've put a roof rack on it. We've got an awning on this side and we've got a tent, but we're going to take the tent off. This is a wildland pop-up tent. It's okay. It's a fantastic tent. It takes seconds to put up. We'll show you how you put it up in a minute. But we're going to basically take this tent off and we're going to put it onto a trailer. So we'll have a trailer at the back, and that tent will let the trailer do this stuff because it's just too much. Of course, it makes the car very difficult in the wind and it flows around a bit. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the tent. Should we have a look at the tent? The tent itself is very easy to operate. Downside, of course, of having it like this is you can't get into the back door. So whenever you need to get out of the car, get out of the car. Or you can always move it to one side, but again, you've got to get in and out the back of the car door. But you know, to move the ladder, it's no problem. And of course, we've got some nice little baskets here to put our shoes in, and that's basically it. And at the top, if we need to, we can lock down the gas struts with some locking bars, and if it gets really windy, we can then pull it down. We've got some tie-ins there that we can tie down, and we can basically open up the front end, back end, mosquito nuts, and so you get some nice air all the way through. So if we go up and have a look inside, camera inside the tent itself, easy. Just release that. Just basically holds the tent together, and then that's where we're going to sleep. Foam mattress. It's not memory foam, unfortunately, but we're going to put 2 more sleeping mattresses on top of that. There's some Oz Trail mattress that will go on top of that or underneath it. Once we've got them in, you know, we can open it up. And the other thing as well, we've got solar there as well. We've got a solar panel which will go on the roof, which I didn't mention before. So we'll have solar there, and we'll have independent solar as well. So that's basically how it's going to work. And as you can see,
I have space downstairs.
We have space downstairs, yes. And there's the car.
I sleep in the first floor, you sleep in the second floor.
Yeah. And there we are.
Well, I'll try. goat having like this. You know, like this. So nice.
They all follow the green cross code, and the last ones are catching up. Look at that, it's well disciplined.
Yeah, hopefully people also like that. Follow the leader.
Yeah, follow the leader. With the Wildland tent, pop-up tent. We've just used it in Umal Quinn up in Mangrove, just north of Sharjah. Got to say, very impressed, extremely impressed. The only thing is it's a little bit too high, but for me, it's only a small thing. It just means I have to go 60 kilometers an hour, sorry, 100 kilometers an hour instead of 120 kilometers an hour. And once you go above 120, once you get to 120, it starts making a bit of wind noise. But apart from that, this tent is superb.
Very easy.
We slept in it last night, and once you open up the vents, you get a nice clean breathe air all the way through. The other thing you get with it as well is, even when it's hot, if you open up the vents, you still get a nice breeze through. But to put it up, I mean, just unclip it and up it goes. Get the ladder out and away you go, no big problem. What a fantastic tent. It fits the Rhino rack really, really well. It really does go on well with the Rhino rack. We've slightly off-centered it though, because you'll notice that we've slightly off-centered it. We've got an awning on the side. So we've had to slightly off-center it, but it's still, when you actually compare the isometric view with the actual awning and where she sits, pretty flush with the car. But great bit of kit, absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Our next phase now is we're not going to put it on the roof of the car because we're having the suspension done. We were going to lift the car by 2 inches and have new tyres, wider tyres for more off-road capability, and also to carry a little bit more weight. We're actually going to take it off here and we're going to put it on the camper trailer, and so she'll sit on the back of the camper trailer, and all we've got to do is on the camper trailer is just put 2 bars across, and then we can drop her onto that and then clamp her up as we do on the Rhino rack. So she will now sit on the back of the trailer, and the other thing as well is she'll only come about this high, so you don't have, it's not a long climb up the side. But I'm very impressed with it, extremely impressed with it. It really is good.
Catching the eyes of the people.
Yeah, especially with the wind blowing through. So
when we are passing, everybody's looking.
Yeah. So it's a great bit of kit, and we bought it from, where did we buy it from?
Al Bawadi.
We bought it from Al Bawadi. So
Dragon Mart.
In Dragon Mart.
And it's worth buying.
Yeah, so go and see our Egyptian friends there. They'll help you out if you want to buy one. I wouldn't say it was expensive.
No, it's worth buying.
Yeah, it's worth buying. The investment is 8,500. So if you're a regular camper, regular off-roader, it's well worth it. It is well worth it. And the other thing as well, which I've also noticed with it as well, is the clamps are spring-loaded. So when we're going over bumps and in the desert, it's actually not fixed to the rack. So there's movement there, which will actually not put any pressure on the joint because of the spring clamps that they've got there, which is really a good bit of kit actually. But yeah, you know, I'm just so impressed with it. You know, the other thing as well, which is also nice with this box, is we can clamp various things into it. We can clamp another awning on here if you want. If I was going to do any modifications, I'll probably put a pull-down strap here. We've got a pull-down strap on the other side, but we probably need a pull-down strap on this side as well. So, but that's something we can do later on.
Easy to set up and easy to...
Yeah, it's easy to set up. Just unclamp it and up it goes. To bring it down, no problem, just make sure all the things in. And the other interesting thing as well is we put an additional mattress in here with bedding and pillows. That's now can be stored inside the box.
And
with
even
the shells, they're not. You don't get so much space inside. But there's a lot of space inside there.
even Navin, who set up this Rhino rack, what he said, this is the best tent we put. This is the tent that it's easy to fix and easy to pull it down.
To operate it, pull it up,
Yeah.
pull it down. So yeah, that's Nevin at ROTC.
TORC.
TORC.
Yes, they are the one.
Total Off-Road Company. Nevin Jacob. Go and see Nevin Jacob. Tell him Andy sent you. You know, but yeah.
That he recommend that as well because he like it and it's easy. He said that this is the only tent that we.
It's just pop up, pop down. There's plenty of room inside. I'm 6'1" and I still had loads of room left. You know, there's plenty of room sideways, long ways. There's so much room in it. And when you open up the vents, the air that comes through it as well, it kept us cool all night actually. You know, during the daytime when you haven't got so much air, it does get a bit of humidity, but yeah, no problem, just put a fan in it. But anyway, what we're going to do is we'll put the solar panels on the roof because we can put some solar panels on there. We'll probably have about 300 watts of solar panel, and that 300 watts will then come in and be able to charge the independent system. But apart from that, really, really good. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I fixing this one now. I remove it.
Oh. Okay. He is a salesman in Alba Wadi. So they are giving us a big favor because the car is not gonna fit into the parking in the apartment. So for after 2 weeks we are moving in the villa, so we have more space. For the moment we are asking for a favor for them to store because the parking is just 2.2 clearance and we cannot get inside.
Those bolts. Yeah, and then what we do is we just lift the tent up and walk back. Ideally, when we get home, what we're going to need is a block and chain, so we can lift it up and then we mark the wheels where they are, so we can lift it on and lift it off. So these guys are going to lift it off for us now, so let's have a look at that. But it's easy. It weighs about 75 kilos, so 4 guys should be able to lift it and put it off.
Welcome to my YouTube. Yeah.
So when we get the block and tackle it on, we can just lift it up with the chain, drive the car and then mark the tyres, put it straight down. No big problem, eh? I'd be able to do this by myself.
No, it's heavy. He's laughing. He's laughing. What? Masala. Very strong. Welcome to my vlog. What is your name? Say hi to your family in...
This is Akiko from your
Well, we've dropped off the tent. We met Assad, who's the owner of the company. What a nice gentleman, really, really nice gentleman. and he's going to give us an awning that goes with the rooftop tent. So they're going to look after it for us for a couple of weeks while we move house, because we're going to a house with a garage. Because at the moment where we live, we've only got a 2.2 meter clearance, and actually with the height is 2.25. We can get in, but we have to lift up the warning board, so it's not a great problem. But we are moving, so I want to move to a house, and I'll put a block and tackle in the ceiling in the garage, and then we'll be able to lift it up, and I can actually physically store it up there as well. But they've got a nice awning that's going to go with that, so we're going to stick the awning on when we come back and pick it up. I'm going to see how the suspension goes on this as well, because if the suspension is as good as they say, then what I might do is put it back on the roof. But we've just got to keep trying things, what works, what doesn't work, so it's just a trial and error thing. But I'm getting really excited though. I can't wait till September when we do our first journey off to Oman, and then after Oman we're going to go to Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt via Saudi. So I'm really looking forward to that, through Saudi and Jordan, and then if that all goes well and we can get up to Port Said or Port Alexandra and we can get across to Greece on the boat, then we'll be driving to Europe. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I was a little bit apprehensive at first with the whole thing, because once I saw it on the vehicle I thought, okay, this is different, because it's my first experience with rooftop tents. Normally we use the conventional tents or tents on the trailers and stuff, so I've never actually physically used one, so I was a little bit apprehensive. But to be honest,
But I keep saying, don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
It's one of the best night camping sleeps I've ever had. The mattress is superb, by the way. We did put some additional mattresses in there, didn't we? We put the Oz mattress in there underneath the main mattress, just so it was a little bit more. But yeah, the mattress is superb, and it really is. No condensation. So yeah, I'm actually sold on these rooftop pop-up tents. In fact, I think they're better than the fold-away ones. Okay, the fold-away ones will probably give you half the space, but I'd live with it all the time. And once I put it on the trailer, no big deal. It'll fit nicely on the trailer. So yeah, and again, if we want to go camping again, we can take the trailer, we can put the tent on the trailer, and then we can put the rooftop on here, so we've got adequate sleeping accommodation if we ever want to go out with friends and stuff and what have you. But very impressed with it.
We enjoy the...
And the other thing I've just noticed as well, we're just driving now with the Rhino roof rack, and we get more wind noise with the Rhino roof rack than we did when the tent was on board. So in fact, what the tent does is actually gives us a bit of wind resistance and deflection, so we don't get as much noise. Now we haven't got that deflection, we're getting a bit more noise than we would normally get. So yeah, it serves that purpose as well.
Looking forward to transfer that tent to the trailer then.
Yeah, we'll put it on the trailer next, see what it looks like. To be honest, I think it might work better on the trailer. But let's see. We'll see. It's all trial and error, but overall, if I was marking out of 10, definitely a 10 out of 10. Definitely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's okay. If it is the trailer, we can move to the trailer, and then if we wanted just only short journey, we can put in the roof, because we have the rack there.
So for all you campers out there and all you off-roaders, just go down and have a chat with the boys at Al Wadi. They're really nice guys. They're all Egyptian. They know their stuff. They'll help you out. They're great guys.
They're also from Nigeria.
And also we got our friends from Nigeria there as well, who was helping us. But go down, have a chat with them, and check out the tent. Really, really good. I can't praise it enough. So yeah, so it's summer's coming now, so I don't think we're going to be doing much camping. And then when we take it back and we move it back to the house, it'll probably sit in the garage.
All the kit is ready.
He's put it in the garden on a little on some support legs. We can put it in the back garden on some support legs, and then we could use it as a gazebo type thing and sit in it as a gazebo. So I can actually put it on some metal legs, and then we can put it up in the back garden. How about that?
Yeah.
And then we can just sit in it as a gazebo type thing. That'd be a good idea.
Somebody who is looking for camping gear, just go Dragon Mart 2 and Al Bawadi store. All your things that you need is there.
Yeah.
Al Bawadi Dragon Mart 2.
Yeah. The owner is Saeed, by the way. Really nice gentleman. Really nice gentleman.
I'm really pleased to meet the owner of the Alba Wadi
Yeah. But
store.
yeah, just go down and have a look and see if you have the same opinion as we have. You know, I was apprehensive, but that apprehension's all gone away now. It's a great bit of kit, really is. I'm surprised, you know, they're not selling more of these tents, and we don't see more of them around Dubai.
We are not doing super what you call that off-roading. We're just only mild, just enjoying
we're not extreme off-roaders. We're only, you know, mild, bit of sand, you know, out into the desert. We're not doing, you know, the big red and all that sort of stuff. So we're not climbing up rock mountains or anything. We haven't put it to that extreme.
Just only the adventure, Dora.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the suspension done on this car. We're going to upgrade it as well, so we can get a bit more off-roading capability. We're going to put some nice big airbags on the back with bigger springs. We're also going to put drop arms and big suspension on the front, and then we're going to change the tyres so they're wider, and probably go for 290 with 70/18s or 70/19Rs. I'm not sure whether to go for Goodrich yet, or Mattis or Cooper, but we'll see. But we're doing that next week, so we'll see.
First thing first, we need to move.
Yeah, first things first, we need to move first, so we're moving house. So, but we'll get the car just sorted, and then when it's been upgraded, we'll come back and see how it fits and how it looks in. But she will be raised by 2 inch, so with a 2 inch lift kit on it as well. It'll be interesting to see, because it's going to uplift with the tent on, and does that impact the centre of gravity? Personally, I don't think it will, because you've still got the roof rack and low stuff on there. And to be honest, that tent is not heavy. You'll see in another video, 4 guys, we lifted that off. If you had a block and tackle at home, you could fit it yourself. Honestly, you could fit, one person could fit it with a block and tackle. And I love the clamp springs as well, because they've got nice little springs in, so when you're going over the bumps and all that, you get some of the shock is absorbed by the spring clamp. So I really love that. I absolutely love that, because I know with some tents, when you clamp them to the roof rack and you're going over bumps and all that energy has to go somewhere, and of course then it puts all that force on the cross overs. But with that spring, it acts like a damper, so you know, you do get a little movement there, and so you know, it doesn't put all the force on the rack. But yeah, well pleased. And that's all for us for now. Okay, thanks very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
And also the TORC.
Oh yeah, and you know, big thanks to our friends at TORC, Nevin Jacob. Go and see him, he's a good guy, knows his off-road stuff. You know, but yeah, he's a good guy. I really like Nevin. He knows what he's doing, knows what he's talking about. The problem is he's always busy.
Because he's
busy.
famous.
Always busy. So you have to track him down a little bit. But yeah, they've got some great stuff down there. You know,
to put your rough rack and
they put
wheels.
the roof rack on the awnings, the wheels. We're going to get a snorkel fitted as well, just to make the engine breathe a bit better. I'm not going to do any modifications to the engine. I'm not going to fit superchargers or anything like I did on the last wagon, but you know, because it doesn't need it. This is a great V8. The thing I probably would do is I would upgrade this exhaust system so you can hear it a bit more, and I'm going to upgrade the navigational system. It's not a great navigational system, and then I may upgrade the digital readout and the dials here as well, but make them LED, because at the moment they're just conventional.
Because yesterday we get lost, but we find a way.
Yeah. Well,
or how many?
We had four navigational systems, 4, and not one of them worked.
But in the end, it was a nice place.
Yeah, in the end, we found it by accident where we were going, but you know, I mean, we were getting taken down roads that weren't there. We were even taken to one campsite where it actually turned out to be the King's Palace, but it's actually, if you go on the Google Maps, it's actually it's a campsite. Yeah. But it actually belongs to the Emir.
We make a mistake there.
Yeah, so we arrived at this campsite thinking it was a campsite, and the guy looked at it and said, no. The Emir lives here. Yeah, it's his house.
It's a private property. And the second one, where we go? In the prison.
Yeah, that took us down to, I don't know, through some really old ancient town. Very picturesque, very old school, but it wasn't where we wanted to go.
Yeah, because the GPS bring us there. We don't know what is this.
Yeah, so
Good thing
Yeah.
is still sun is having a sun, not yet
Yeah, so
dark.
anyway, let's go and get the car clean and then we'll talk to you later on. And you know, if you've got any questions, please you know, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe
Yeah, you know.
and share.
And share, yeah. You know, but yeah, this is all good fun. I'm ex-military, so I love all this stuff. It's like being back
Make
in the army.
make you alive.
The only difference is nobody's shooting at me this time. All right, guys, we'll catch up with you later on. See you
Bye.
later. Bye-bye.